Welcome back to Open BXRx. The Bronx Brand, a brand highlighting and showcasing Bronx creativity, has just celebrated 5 years. They've been a resource hub for creatives and Bronxites, not just for dope merch, but cultural and educational posts. Joining us now to share more is Michael Hamlett Jr., co-founder of the Bronx Brand. Michael, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. So just for those who are not familiar, can you tell us a little bit about the Bronx Brand and your mission?
So the Bronx Brand is a platform for to showcase Bronx creativity. We do that through streetwear. We do that through prints, and we have an online and print magazine, as well as podcasts and web series.
Got you. And congrats on your 5-year anniversary. How has the Bronx Brand remained true to your mission since 2015?
Thank you so much. We definitely wouldn't be here without the support of the Bronx. We look at the Bronx as the Mecca of culture. We firmly believe that hip hop culture is global pop culture, and we're the birthplace for it. We also feel like when you're starting a creative career, it's very hard to find resources, to find support, and to just be able to kind of launch that endeavor. So what we wanted to do was kind of build an infrastructure for the creative community in the Bronx. And we do that through covering costs and just making it very easy for people to join our platform. What we also wanted to do was to build this platform so that these creators can become the next Calvin Klein, Swiss Beats, Al Pacino, Stanley Kubrick, people that have really impacted culture and changed industries.
And for you, what does it mean to be a brand through COVID-19 and revolutionary times of civil unrest nationally and here in our borough with all the protests going on?
Yeah, so when the pandemic hit, it's devastating. The Bronx is 85% Black and brown, and we know that COVID disproportionately affects Black and brown people. So for us, during that time, we wanted to focus on what was happening and what's going on, rather than what we're necessarily dealing with, just because, I feel like we all know somebody that's been affected by the virus. When it comes to the revolution and the movement, we wanted to make sure that we're giving good information to people, kind of showing the link between the 1960s civil rights movement and what's happening now. Kind of like the more that things change, the more they stay the same. And we really need something new and something radical and revolutionary in order to shake things up and to bring about the progress that we all need. So what we want to do is always focus on those things rather than what's happening with us, just because, we're all going through it. And I think the biggest thing is to just show that solidarity and support to our community.
Word, and thank you for that. I feel that through the screen. Every time I scroll through the Bronx Brand, I see like photos being shared from other people in the Bronx on your page, pictures of protests happening, educational information, including the voting information, which I thought was very helpful for us. So thank you for that. That means a lot for a brand to be represented and representing the community in that way.
Yeah, when it comes to the voting guide, a lot of the information is out there, but it's not in a central place. And we feel like that's kind of done on purpose so that people don't have access to the information or aren't able to find it very easily. And what we wanted to do was kind of do the big legwork of bringing all these things together so people can say, hey, let's make an informed decision about our candidates. And also we wanted just to make sure that people kind of are aware of what's happening, what's going on. I think that sometimes the lack of transparency or misinformation is kind of used as a tool of suppression of our people, so that we can't necessarily make the progress and change that is necessary.
Thanks for sharing that, Michael. How has the pandemic affected your work, and has the brick and mortar shop at 37 Bruckner remained closed through the pandemic?
So yes, the pandemic has affected us. The brick and mortar shop is closed right now. What we're in the process of moving, just because, when the pandemic hit, it was a little scary. We are a clothing brand, and people usually wear clothes outside, and you're not going to buy clothes to go to your living room. But we are appreciative of the support that we have received in spite of that. And we had to kind of switch gears. We started making masks and just things like that, just in order to kind of, continue to operate. But yeah, right now the brick and mortar shop is closed. We are looking to move and to kind of really think through how to, you know, face what's next. But our online shop is open, and we do have an app for people if they want to continue to support us.
Right. I wanted to emphasize that the we is just you, your wife Tiara, and your baby P, right? So you're all.
Yeah, it's not a big we. It's a very small we. This is a very, very mom and pop, literally mom and pop shop. Very family business. My wife is the one who made the voter guide. She did a lot of the legwork in finding information and designing it. She's a beast. Penelope did not help in any of those things running around. But yeah, so it's between my wife designing a lot of the things and us thinking through what's next. I'm actually physically printing and physically making sure that everything goes out and shipped. And Penelope is our manager. So
I love that. I love that it's family owned and operated and all just kind of just from this grassroots level. Just, you know, you working at home, creating these masks. I saw videos of you sewing and making the masks, which I also wanted to bring up. Bronx Brand also has Bronx branded masks, if anybody's interested. So I wanted to discuss your merch, being a small business, and you know, you do everything in house and made to order. Or do you have any current or upcoming pieces? And as well as I wanted to learn also about the Bronx Brand magazine. You have a second version coming out, I'm sure. The last one came out last year in the beginning of January.
Yes.
Just wanted to learn a little bit more about that.
Yes. So when it comes to the streetwear, yeah, we make everything in house. Over the last 5 years, the big thing was trying to get all the equipment in order to do everything in-house. I strongly believe that if you control the means of production, then no matter what happens, you're able to produce whatever you create. And also, when we're making these collaborations with different artists from the Bronx, we wanted to make sure that our costs were as low as possible, just because we do revenue splits with our collaborators. So we want to make sure that we offer them enough money when we sell these items, and also we wanted to make sure that our pieces are still affordable and accessible for our community. When it comes to the magazine, we are, yes, we're definitely working on a second magazine. The first one came out the top of the year. And yeah, we're just reaching out to different creatives, trying to find a new way to support the creative community.
Right. And Michael, when you brought up art collaborators, I just want to emphasize on that and learn more about it in case someone's viewing that wants to work with the Bronx Brand. What exactly is the collaboration, and how does the Bronx Brand work with creatives in the Bronx to collaborate?
Yeah, so first and foremost, we always ask what neighborhood are you from in the Bronx, because we want to make sure that we're working with people from the Bronx and have Bronx roots. That's vitally important. So what we do is we'll either think through a design together, or sometimes artists will approach us with the design, and we'll see whether it works on the platform based on what we already have. What we want to focus on is Bronx culture primarily, and also New York City culture as a whole, because that's what really resonates with everybody. And then from there, we send a W-9. And we do a revenue split for t-shirts. It's $12 split. For sweatshirts, it's a $15 split. For hoodies, it's a $20 split for the artist. We cover all the costs, so they're not coming out of pocket at all. And yeah, we go from there. We ship it, distribute it, we're marketing it, and trying to get their feet wet as they're trying to launch their career.
That sounds dope. Thank you, for spearheading that initiative. What's next for the Bronx Brand, and how can people support you and stay connected with the Bronx Brand as well as collaborate with you?
So we're gonna just continue to build on the foundation that we kind of laid these last 5 years. I see creativity as a very broad, all-encompassing thing. So we want to continue to figure out other ways in which we can support the creative community. And we're going into custom printing. So we have this in-house print shop, and we don't just want to print things that just go on our platform, in our brand, but we want to offer it to other creators so they can start their own brand and their own careers. That way they're able to, just build, not just have us behind it, but also have them have their own thing that they own,
Sounds dope. So just to stay connected, how can people connect with you and contact you?
So on all social media, it's at the Bronx Brand. We also have an app. You search in Google Play and in the App Store for the Bronx Brand, and we'll pop up. That's pretty much it. I don't, I don't know what else.
I think that covers it. Thank you so much, Michael, for your time. And again, congratulations to you and Tiara for 5 years working with the Bronx Brand and, you know, creating this incredible brand for our borough. And thank you.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it. Much love and respect to you, Sonyi, and to Bronx.
For sure. So folks, again, to stay connected, you can follow at The Bronx Brand on Instagram and visit thebronxbrand.com to support, shop, and learn more. That's all for our show today. Thank you for tuning in to BXRX. I'm your host, Sonyi Lopez, wishing you and your family safety and wellness now and always. Until next time.